My dad passed away a few months ago. Losing him hurt more than I expected. Even though we weren't perfect, he was still my father. I thought the worst part would be the grief. I was wrong. Yesterday, I found out how he divided his estate. Roughly £3 million. Every single penny went to my two younger brothers. I got nothing. No letter. No explanation. No conversation beforehand. Just nothing. At first, I thought there must be a mistake. Maybe something hadn't been finalized. Maybe I was missing paperwork, so I asked. That's when I was told the reason. I didn't leave you anything because you're a woman. Your future husband will provide for you. I'm 27. I'm single. And I'm nowhere close to getting married. I sat there listening, waiting for someone to laugh and say, it was a bad joke. No one did. My own father believed my financial security wasn't his responsibility because some imaginary man might take care of me one day. A man who doesn't even exist. What hurts even more is that I didn't grow up lazy or dependent. I worked for everything. I built my own independence, paid my own bills, never asked for handouts. I did exactly what I was told strong women are supposed to do. And somehow that became the reason I deserved nothing. My brothers aren't struggling. They have jobs. They have support. They already had advantages I never did. And when they found out, they accepted it. No objections. No, this isn't fair. No attempt to split things evenly. Just silence. That silence hurt almost as much as the decision itself because it confirmed something I didn't want to believe. In my family. My value was conditional. Temporary. Based on the idea that I would eventually belong to someone else. It didn't matter who I was now, only who I might marry later. I keep replaying it in my head. The conversations we had, the way he encouraged me to be independent, the pride he claimed to feel, and now I wonder if any of it was real, because when it actually mattered, when his final decision was made, I was reduced to a future role. Wife, dependent, afterthought. What makes this worse is realizing we're not talking about history. This isn't something from decades ago. This happened now. In 2025. Thought we had moved past this. I thought my generation had. I thought my own family had. Instead, I learned that even in death, the message was clear. My worth was tied to a man I haven't met. And until then, I didn't deserve the same support as my brothers. I don't even know what hurts more. The money I'll never receive, or the realization that my father never truly saw me as equal. Grief comes in waves. But this feels like betrayal. And I don't know how to mourn someone who loved me, but not enough to believe I deserve the same future. We got married in 2019, bought our house in 2021, and welcomed our first and only child at the end of 2022. From the outside, it looked like a textbook life. Milestones, stability, progress. Inside, something was already rotting. In early 2023, I felt it. That instinct you can't explain, the one that sits in your chest and won't shut up. We weren't just arguing, we were arguing differently. She carried resentment in her tone, sharp edges where there used to be softness. And even though she'd always seemed loyal, gentle, and emotionally sensitive, my mind wouldn't let it go. One night, I did something I never thought I'd do. I checked her phone. What I found didn't just hurt it, shattered me. Explicit photos, videos, things she had never sent to me in all our years together, which meant one thing: they were never meant for me. Digging deeper, I found screenshots of WhatsApp conversations, not just messages, evidence. She had been documenting her affairs and sharing them with a friend. Let's call her Emma. Emma wasn't some lifelong best friend, just another woman cheating on her partner. They treated betrayal like a shared hobby, something to laugh about. Those screenshots told me everything. Who the men were, the tone of the messages, plans to meet, proof they already had. The timeline made me physically sick. It started in late 2019. Less than a year into our marriage. And continued quietly through buying a house, through pregnancy, through everything. I did a paternity test in secret. The child is mine. That relief didn't last long. Was destroyed. Not dramatically. Chemically. Fight or flight on a lube. No. Sleep for 2 weeks. My body felt like it was submerged in ice water. I walked around pretending everything was normal, while my entire reality collapsed silently inside me. I didn't care about losing my wife. The moment I knew she was already gone, what froze my heart was something else. We walked hand in hand through irreversible life decisions, while she knew there was a bomb buried under all of it. For years, she watched me commit, work harder, take responsibility, clean up debt she helped create. All while she carried this secret like it was nothing. I couldn't comprehend it. I wouldn't be able to hide something like that for 3 days. She hid it for 3 years. If I hadn't found out myself, she would have taken it to the grave. It made me feel less than human, like a tool, an accessory, a pet that existed to serve a version of life she wanted. When I confronted her, trickled truth, endless denial, no admission, unless I already had proof. Every fact had to be dragged into daylight. If not for our 6-month-old child at the time, I would have walked out that same day, no hesitation. But I stayed, not for her, for my son. I told myself I owed him time, time to let the dust settle, time to see if real change was possible. What I was actually afraid of was losing daily access to my child. So I stayed. For 2 years. In shock, emotionally numb. Running on autopilot. She didn't truly change. She performed remorse. Sad eyes, apologies, but the lies never stopped. Earlier this year, she met with Emma in secret. Despite me making one boundary crystal clear from day one, cut her off completely. She didn't ask. Because she knew the answer. That told me everything I needed to know. She still lies, easily still hides, still chooses secrecy when it suits her. When confronted, she minimizes. It was so long ago. a different person now. Those words don't comfort me, they enrage me. Because this wasn't a mistake, it was a pattern, a lifestyle, a moral failure stretched across years. Even if she'd shown massive growth, I don't think I could ever recover from that level of deception. Keeping something that big hidden requires a kind of conscience I don't recognize. Then one day, I woke up. 4 weeks ago, I sat her down and said the word divorce. And for the first time, I wasn't scared. I realized something crucial. A home filled with tension, distrust, and quiet resentment is already broken. Staying doesn't fix it. 2, stable homes are better than 1, dishonest one. That bubble I create for my son will be calm, safe, predictable, because that's who I am. For a long time, I thought it was noble to carry the pain myself, to spare my child from a broken home. What finally freed me was understanding that the home broke years ago. I just didn't cause it. And once I accepted that truth, one chose myself and my future